Faith and Entertainment. Thank you for being here. It's not the Faith and Entertainment, by the way. It's Faith and Entertainment. Sorry about that. And if you're wondering, yeah, you're not seeing things. I colored the beard a little too dark, probably. Anyway, this video is about, it's going to be a little bit longer than normal, so please forgive me if you're not into that, but it's on Gary Sinise, somebody I really admire a lot. My sister sent me something on him, and I was like, I've got to put this on here. It's not only about his faith, but it's about his strength through faith, and about the things he went through with his wife and son, and it's just an incredible story. Let's look into it. Gary Sinise is standing in a bright green grove outside his rural Nashville area home, grinning as he talks about starring role that's become his favorite, Papa, to his 5 grandchildren, ages 1 to 8. It's just the most wonderful thing, the actor said. Earlier in the day, Sinise 70 handled the school run, but it's not uncommon to spot the Oscar-nominated actor hanging out with the grandkids at Chuck E. Cheese or a local trampoline park. He spoils them rotten, says Sinise's daughter Sophie, 36, of her and her sister Ella's children, who always find 2 things at Papa's house: ice cream. They know they'll get fed a lot of that when they come, he said, he admits, and hugs. Being able to love on them and love on our daughters, that's helped him a lot. That love kept him afloat after he walked away from Hollywood career in 2019 to care for his son Mac when he was diagnosed with bone cancer. In the years since losing Mac, who died in January of 2024 at 33, the actor has found comfort in his close-knit family and his Tennessee home, and a new purpose in keeping Mac's memory alive. Mac left us things that are beautiful, says Sinise. I want people to know who he was. An actor in demand since starring in Forrest Gump and Apollo 13 in the early 90s. He's appeared in more than 50 feature films and TV shows, including all 9 seasons of CSI New York. Sinise saw his world turn upside down in the summer of 2018. That's when his wife of nearly 44 years, Moira, 71, whom he had met when he co-founded Chicago's Steppenwolf Theater Company, and the 2 were aspiring actors, was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. And just as the couple was navigating her care, they learned that Mac, then 27, the second of their 3 kids, had a tumor on his lower backbone. It looked like a monster grabbing my son's spine, Sinise recalled of the MRI scan showing Mac had a bone cancer known as chordoma, which affects only 300 people in the U.S. per year. Suddenly, the actor was grappling with how to help them both. It was a 1-2 punch. After 8 chemo treatments and 35 radiation treatments, Moira was declared cancer-free. But Mac's condition worsened. Doctors removed his tumor, but he was among the minority of chordoma patients whose cancer returns. During breaks on set while shooting films in the Netflix series 13 Reasons Why, Sinise called doctors and researched the disease. Dad dove into the storm, says daughter Ella, 32. Whatever's going on in his life, he goes full on. He did amazing, but it was hard to watch because it was traumatizing. So really a testimony to his character. He doesn't let adversity slow him down. In 2020, Mac was in the hospital for 6 of the first 8 months of the year. That's when I stopped acting, Sinise said. I started putting everything I had into trying to find a miracle for Mac. In 2020, he became his son's air traffic controller. I didn't want Mac to be thinking of the next treatment or to worry, so I thought about cancer all the time. You're trying to take the pain away. A few times I felt like I couldn't do enough or I didn't know what to do. Then you say a little prayer, get back up, and go back into the fight. Sinise has seen the other families go through similar battles through his work supporting veterans and first responders and their families through Gary Sinise Foundation, which he established in 2011. I've wrapped my arms around a lot of kids who had lost a mom or a dad. I've been around people that have had persevered through difficult things. It's given me strength. There's no question God has prepared me well for dealing with our loss. Even after tumors paralyzed Mac from the chest down and restricted the full use of his arms, the family leaned on their deep Catholic faith and didn't lose hope. Hope keeps you in the fight, Sinise says. You could see tumors on his body. You knew the drugs weren't working, but I wasn't thinking we were going to lose him. Moira, whose mobility is also limited due to chronic back issues, encouraged Mac, a musician and a composer, who graduated from the University of Southern California Music School, to teach himself harmonica, one of the few instruments he could still play. Mac, who worked at the foundation writing music for promotional videos, had been a drummer since Sinise brought him a starter drum kit when he was 9. sometimes sitting in with Sinise's Lieutenant Dan band with the harmonica. Mac learned to play the folk tune, Old Shenandoah, and says his sister Sophie, as his body grew weaker and weaker, his faith grew stronger. He carried on in his body and his soul and his spirit with so much bravery and strength. In 2023, Mac reconnected with the USC friend composer Oliver Schnee, who helped him revive and arrange some of his long-dormant compositions. By Mac's 33rd birthday in November, Gary's foundation and family had moved from LA to Tennessee, attracted because of its proximity to military bases and a lower cost of living. With no acting income, I wanted to spend less, Sinise said. Mac spent his birthday recording his music in Nashville for an album which became Resurrection and Revival. But the next month, on December 30th, he was back in the hospital, a St. Augustine prayer book at his side. Mac died January the 5th, 2024, surrounded by family. He kept wanting to stay. He didn't want to go, but I know Mac was at peace at the end. He dealt with it with grace and courage, and he said, "A tragedy like that can destroy you, or it can make you come together. We pulled together quite a lot," Sinise said. Sophie said her parents grew even closer. She's my dad's #1 supporter, Sophie said of their mom, Moira, and she was Mac's prayer warrior. In the months after Mac's death, Sinise found more music on his laptop and recruited friends to record a second album. Sinise released both, with proceeds from Resurrection and Revival Parts 1 and 2 going towards the Gary Sinise Foundation, which was Mac's request. Sinise, who will be co-hosting the National Memorial Day concert in Washington, D.C. on May the 25th, hopes to one day see the albums performed by a live orchestra. And he's got his sights on animating another of Mac's compositions. I want people to hear his music. I want people to share it. I'm on a mission. He knows it's a way of coping with grief. I thought the other day, what happens when all of these projects are done? Well, I'm going to drag them on as long as I can. As for acting, Sinise isn't sure when or if he'll make a return. Something may come along, it'll be right, but it's harder to leave home right now, he says. I just want to be around family. Since losing Mac, I hold my daughters a lot tighter. You think about the things that are really important. What a whirlwind they had to go through. And thank God for their faith, man. I mean, their faith. I mean, just hearing him and reading his words, what he's saying and stuff is just, his faith is strong. And what a good dude, man. He works so hard for veterans, and their causes, and the firefighters and cops, and he's just a really, really, really good dude. I ask that you guys pray for him, that he keeps his strength through all of this, and pray for his wife and his family as well. And I'll be praying for you. God bless, guys. You have a great day.